Hakusho.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's kind of hard not to put Yu Yu Hakusho. Yu Yu Hakusho came out in '92, so it's kind of hard not to put Yu Yu Hakusho.
Cowboy Bebop is like more. I feel like
but Yu Yu Hakusho, I feel like it's bigger.
Yeah, it's bigger.
I don't think Yu Yu Hakusho is bigger than Cowboy Bebop.
But we're also talking about influential. If we're talking about influential, then Neon Genesis.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest. If you look at more, I'm almost willing to bet my left ball sack that if you would have bet somebody that grew up in the early to late '90s, what anime that they watched, they're gonna probably say Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, Yu Yu Hakusho before they enter Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, here's the
also you have to think, if Yu Yu Hakusho doesn't happen, Hunter x Hunter don't happen.
The thing about it is, Riddell, more people that grew up in the '80s were Cowboy. Like people like we grew up in the late '90s, we watched Yu Yu Hakusho. Most people that grew up in the '80s watched Cowboy Bebop though.
I have a quick agenda before the main topic.
Yeah, let's move on. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the main topic. So today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a anime Mount Rushmore. We're gonna do it for different decades, and then we'll kind of finalize it with an all-time Mount Rushmore. Obviously, Mount Rushmore has 4 names that's associated with it. The way we're gonna be doing it is like the best / most impactful anime at that time. So, like, if an anime came out in '97, if it's most impactful and it's like the best of it, what it was in the 2000s, that's what we're gonna put in the 2000s. It's not about what it came out, but like when it was the most important, when it was at its peak, when it was at its prime. So that's what we're gonna be doing today.
I'll save my agenda for after this. Then
yeah, we got to move past the agenda. I'm not gonna lie. But okay, I got a Excel sheet, so everybody, we got a little visuals for everybody here.
Make sure when we do the summaries, you take the spreadsheet down so the camera quality is better for clips.
I mean, it's good for me, but I got you. I know what you're talking about. I'm just being petty. All right, so we'll start off with the 80s, and then we'll end up with the 2020s, and then we'll do an all-time one. So we can kind of just discuss it for the 80s.
My nigga, who was born then?
You said what?
Who was born then?
Oh no, I had to look it up for sure. I had no idea.
You know, I had to do my research.
I'm gonna say Riddell, I dad don't know. I might just put.
I'm gonna say the first one. I think is Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball came out in '84. OG Dragon Ball to the Sand Saga, to the Frieza Saga of Z was in the '80s. Like at least the beginning of the Frieza Saga. So you have most of all OG Dragon Ball, all the Sand Saga, and then a portion of the Frieza Saga. And Dragon Ball was the most popular.
80s? I thought it was 90s.
No, 80s. The manga 80s.
Oh, I was talking about the anime because I feel like we should be going off the anime for this one. Yeah,
we're doing anime.
The anime was the 80s too. The anime was 80s too. So,
you can put Dragon Ball there for the 80s. That's
for the OG Dragon Ball, because the OG Dragon Ball, I feel like most of it OG Dragon Ball in terms of anime was like the 90s. For the 80s, I put one of the things.
Dragon Ball Z was the 90s.
No.
Dragon Ball Z I put for the 2000s.
Wait. Z anime came out in the 80s as well.
Are we sure? Like, the anime?
Yeah,
I put DBZ for the 90s.
Did it really come out? I don't know. Did it come out?
Was Sailor Moon in the 80s? Was Sailor Moon in the 80s?
So no, I put Sailor Moon for the 90s. For the 80s, I put Akira. That's one of the ones I put. Akira, which is like one of the most iconic anime of all time.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z first aired in 1989.
Really?
And ran until 1996. So that's the 90s.
I'm 80s, fine with 90s. Dragon Ball Z being the 90s. If we want to put Dragon Ball the 80s, then fine. I'm cool.
I mean, I would put Dragon Ball in the. Yeah, my second pick for 80s was going to be Akira.
So are we separating Dragon Ball and Z because we're talking about anime?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
I would. I would put Mobile Suit Gundam. I feel like that was really big in the 80s. That's like it's the pillars of mecha anime.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Akira was bigger than Dragon Ball in the 80s.
It's a Mount Rushmore, so it's not like no.
Okay, yeah, true, very true.
So we good with Mobile Suit Gundam?
Yeah,
I am.
Okay, and then one of the last ones I have is Saint Seiya.
Oh yeah, Sensei.
That makes sense.
Fist of North Star too. But
Fist of the North Star.
Which one do we put in? Fist?
I'll personally go Fist. I'll go Fist. I never really watched Sensei. I'll go Fist of North Star.
It was Fist of North Star. It was inspired Berserk and JoJo's.
The only
Yeah,
thing
it
I know
did.
about Sensei is that it was in that fighting anime game.
I had My Neighbor Totoro, but that's fine.
I also had Grave of the Fireflies as a
Yeah.
potential one.
I mean, low key, you could just put Studio Ghibli there because that's when Studio Ghibli started. Because they have.
I definitely started cooking for that one.
Studio Ghibli.
Okay, 80s, we got Dragon Ball, Akira, Mobusu Gundam, Fist of the North Star. If the movie is iconic enough, because like Akira, this is too iconic, like for sure. Okay, 90s. So
I
Dragon
have,
Ball.
I had DBZ there, but I also had Pokemon because that's when Pokemon came out,
Same.
That's what,
Yeah.
I was gonna say that too.
and I also had Neon Evangelion.
I didn't have Neon.
I think also
I was gonna say you have to put Sailor Moon.
I would say Sailor Moon.
Yeah, that's what I would have put.
I don't even. You have to respect with the impact. I didn't watch Sailor Moon like, but I respect the impact.
Sailor Moon.
Pillar of the Magical
Cowboy
Girl
Bebop, by the
anime.
way, for the 90s.
That's my last one
Cowboy
right there.
Bebop.
Cowboy.
Was that more
100%,
influential than Yu Yu
100%.
Hakusho?
This is
I was gonna put.
influence?
It's a combination of like the best, most impactful, like kind of like similar to like the NBA Mount Rushmore. It's like impact plus best, right? So
yeah, because I had mine was Neon Evangelion, DBZ, Pokemon, and Yu Yu Hakusho.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's kind of hard not to put Yu Yu because Yu Yu Hakusho came out in '92, so it's kind of hard not to put Yu Yu Hakusho.
Cowboy Bebop is like more. I feel like
but Yu Yu Hakusho, I feel like it's bigger.
Yeah, it's bigger.
I don't think Yu Yu Hakusho is bigger than Cowboy Bebop.
But if we're also talking about influential, if we're talking about influential, then Neon Genesis.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest. If you look at more, I'm almost willing to bet my left ball sack that if you would have bet somebody that grew up in the early to late '90s, what anime that they watched, they're gonna probably say Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, and Yu Yu Hakusho before they enter Cowboy Bebop.
Here's
the thing: if Yu Yu Hakusho doesn't happen, Hunter x Hunter don't happen.
The thing about it is, Riddell, more people that grew up in the 80s were with Cowboy. People we grew up in the late 90s, we watched Yu Yu Hakusho. Most people that grew up in the 80s watched Cowboy Bebop though. Like when they were like in the 90s, they were watching it at that time, but we were watching Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yu Yu Hakusho is bigger than Cowboy Bebop.
That's
bro.
what
I'm gonna be honest.
Also, it's also based on quality too. Which way I think is better?
Yu Yu Hakusho.
I think they're similar. I think they're similar.
They're similar, yeah, but I feel like Yu Yu Hakusho was.
Riddell, Yu Yu Hakusho was better.
In one season.
I think it was also bigger for Toonami. Yu Yu Hakusho was bigger for Toonami.
Way bigger for the West. Way bigger for the West.
So okay, what are we voting on? Because I think if y'all,
you don't want Neon Genesis, then I would go Yu Yu Hakusho over
what Cowboy Bebop does in one season is incredible.
Yeah. So me and Random says Cowboy. Lonnie and J Rob says Yu Yu. Ty, you're the tiebreaker.
I got Yu Yu Hakusho.
All right, there we go. You
2000s is where it gets nasty.
I don't think so. I think it's clear.
I'm standing 10 toes. I don't care what nobody say. Fullmetal Alchemist for me is going in there. I don't care
that's mine. I have Fullmetal, One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach.
I don't care what Fullmetal Alchemist going in there.
I don't have
Brotherhood.
I don't have FMA because I have Brotherhood for 2010s.
Yeah, facts.
I didn't include FMA.
Oh, you know what? We were thinking. I was thinking manga.
If we're doing Brotherhood ties, not 2010s. We're doing anime right now, so we cannot. It got to be Brotherhood.
Oh, then Fullmetal, then Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece have to be in the 2000s.
Yeah, that's like
easily.
Those are the easy three.
Easily three. I ain't gonna lie. My fourth one is Digimon or Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, see, that's where
Digimon or Yu-Gi-Oh. For me, it's like a coin flip between those two. Because if we're gonna put Pokemon in the 90s, I think we got to keep that shit consistent. Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, that's all have those impacts easily. Beyblade, all of that shit.
The thing about it is that I do think that they have. I think Inuyasha had a big impact, but I also just think it's better than those shows. I think it's better than Digimon and like all that. I think Inuyasha is better.
I think
Inuyasha was.
I'm picking Yu-Gi-Oh though. Yu-Gi-Oh should go.
It's me right now. I'm trying to think because Inuyasha was crazy.
Would that be the 90s though? Would that be the 90s?
That's Inuyasha.
It's more 2000. Chad, what do y'all think? Because I'm actually in between this too. Because I had DBZ for 2000s at first, so that's why now I'm kind of like up in the air.
But Yu-Gi-Oh was going crazy.
Lonnie, can you tell these boys? It's like Yu-Gi-Oh was bigger than both of those shows.
Well, honestly,
Yu-Gi-Oh was bigger than Pokemon around that time when it first came out. Like Yu-Gi-Oh was crazy.
Oh, Death Note.
No, it's not as big as any of those.
But we also think quality people. This is another thing. Like,
But hold on,
Well,
but Todd,
Thinking about we also think about impact.
Yeah,
Think about
Todd, we're
impact.
also accounting for impact. So when we go by impact, we can go by
'Cause I remember-
television show, toys, all of that, bro.
Because I remember, like, recess, everybody brought their decks out. Like, the cool kids, the nerds, everybody was dueling.
If you're talking about impact from like toys, would we include manga impact? Like, would that be included in impact? If we're including like,
When I made my list, I included everything.
Them manga,
I included culture, whatever. Like, I included
not
everything.
making more than them cards, bro. I'm letting you know right now. Them cards was busting out. When them Yu-Gi-Oh cards came out, we all had a 10 for Christmas.
Drake War said the dual disc.
We all come on, bro. We gotta be honest. Yo, we gotta go.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh is crazy, bro.
Yu-Gi-Oh's crazy.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh's pretty cemented. I wouldn't have been mad with Inuyasha or Death Note, to be honest, but like Yu-Gi-Oh, like even though the manga is better than the anime for sure, but the anime is like not bad, especially like the later seasons.
The only thing that the anime used to do that I couldn't stand is that they used to cheat
all the time.
They would cheat all the damn time.
Yeah, the plot armor for the card game cheating used to be
Hard the cards, my ass. I'm like, that's a bullshit.
Now 2010s could be a toss up for a lot because I feel like there could be a few different. I feel like easy one is Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan, yeah.
Full Metal.
And Full Metal.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
As much as I don't.
Sorry,
Ty, go ahead.
Since y'all talk a lot about impacts, I feel like Sword Art Online got to be somewhere in there. Sword Art Online
Ty beat me to it.
Sword Art Online was massive in like the 2010s.
I wrote that down.
I actually don't disagree with that.
Like, bro, when Sword Art Online first came out, it was low key Demon Slayer before Demon Slayer. Not from a quality standpoint, from the impact standpoint, it was Demon Slayer before Demon Slayer.
It literally
launched the isekai movement.
The genre.
I don't disagree with you. My question,
incredible, bro.
My question to you, Random and Ty, then, because I have two alternatives instead of Sword Art Online. Was it more impactful and better, like both of them, over My Hero and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
Yes.
Okay. I disagree when it comes to JoJo's. No. Somebody who don't watch JoJo's, I understand the thing.
Sword Art, like I think the fact
I have Sword Art Online, but I don't have it over JoJo.
I don't. You cannot. You cannot take the fact that it started an isekai movement. It's genre. It started a whole genre, guys. A whole genre.
I agree that because I have SAO on there.
Most people's first isekai outside of Inuyasha, because Inuyasha is the isekai, it's Sword Art Online.
Like, so last spot is My Hero or JoJo's?
Wait, hold on. Can I just?
But there's also Hunter x Hunter too.
Can I also throw some other names out there because I understand? Like 2011 was Hunter x Hunter. 2014 was Haikyuu. I mean,
none of
that's
those.
Why 2010s is tough.
That's why Haikyuu is not as big as any of these.
It's not as big as Sword Art Online.
It's not as big as JoJo. It's not big. JoJo's
first of all,
JoJo.
I don't know if SAO is top 4 in the Mount Rushmore for 2010. I'm gonna be completely.
It started a whole genre.
I'm there with JoJo's. I mean, that's fine. It started a whole genre, but I don't think Sword Art Online's impact past its first season. We should be holding it to that much of a regard.
But it's not the fact that
level was it.
It's the fact
Haikyuu. Sword Art Online was bigger than Haikyuu. Was it bigger than Haikyuu in the 2010s? We're going
J-Rob. It's obviously if we're going off first
season.
The fact that it's not just the fact that it was a first. It's what we got from it. Overlord, the time I reincarnate. Name me how. I understand that it's not just the fact that it's impact as a show. It's the fact that we got all these fantastic isekai from it.
I love SAO. I want everybody to understand the first 2 seasons of SAO. I'm there with y'all, and I get what y'all are trying to say. But we are all up here, bold-faced lying. If we're going to put Sword Art Online over Hunter x Hunter, over JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and even reality of it is Sword Art Online over the last decade, because we got to also remember we're arguing the decade, so that means what has happened throughout that year. Sword Art Online had a great moment, and yes, it influenced other things. I'm not taking that away.
It's also, you can also discount the fact it's still very popular in Japan, even now.
That's cool. If you're bigger globally, though, it's a bigger impact. You're not.
I'm kind of with you, but
SAO's not bigger than Hunter x Hunter, and SAO's not bigger than Haikyuu. It's not. I know this.
So we're leaving. So the 2010s can be described as the decade of the isekai. That's what it can be described as. That's the biggest thing the 2010s gave us was the isekai genre. You cannot remove the one that the show that gave us the isekai genre popularized out.
Okay. All right, so let me use a point that we've been using for some of these debates. We picked Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Because of really much like sales, how the cards did, everything, all that stuff. The JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and Haikyuu, y'all can't tell me Sword Art Online outsold those two shows. It did not.
You telling me you telling me people weren't buying
over the 2010s, because you gotta remember, we're not arguing a year, we're arguing the time that it was around during this decade. Sword Art Online was not bigger than IQ, and it wasn't bigger than JoJo's. And wait, if the Demon Slayer, hold on.
I have Demon Slayer 2020s.
Hold on. Let me just figure out the date though. Hold on.
Yeah, I think the anime came out 2019, so that's
it came out 2019. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'll
April 6th, 2019.
I have JoJo's in 2020s for.
No, I think I have JoJo.
I mean, I'm fine with y'all putting
really
Sword Art Online, but I actually have to highly disagree, because I feel like if we put Sword Art Online, we're being inconsistent.
Even
all right. Let's vote before, because I mean
we're being inconsistent with the point. I think.
So Ty, what do you think for the last?
I'm not mad at what randomly your point. You're not wrong about that at all. I don't even.
It's like right now. It's
the
highest.
Hold on. Ty, what do you think the last two spots should be?
I do think Hunter should be in there. Hunter is, from a quality standpoint, Hunter is so much better than Sword Art Online. It's not even close.
Absolutely.
Like,
sure.
it's not
I
even,
agree.
Not even close.
It's a gazillion times better. I mean, I'm not. I think Sword Art Online 100, but
okay. Random, what's the last two spots for you?
I agree with Ty, Sword Art Online and Hunter. And fun fact, Sword Art Online still is the best selling light novel series of all time.
Okay.
Did it sell more than Haikyuu?
It's the best of all time.
Did it sell more than Haikyuu?
J-Rob, it's the best selling of
all time. Can you just answer my question?
Yes.
Did it sell more copies in the 2010s than Haikyuu? No, it did not.
The light novel. So did the light novel sell more than the Haikyuu manga?
Haikyuu manga, yeah.
Like, no, Haikyuu sold more, bro.
You would have to go into the numbers. But Lonnie, what's your last?
I can check the numbers.
Go check.
I had Sword Art Online and Hunter x Hunter because I have JoJo's in 2020s. So
I think JoJo's is more 2010s. I don't think it's.
Well, no, it's because
Lonnie, JoJo's is how is JoJo's 2020s?
Yeah, I don't think JoJo's.
You have to get to the 2020s so I can tell you why. Because 2020s isn't over, J-Rob. 2020s isn't over.
Oh, I think I know what argument you're better. Okay, I see what you're
saying, but
no, but I agree, because Loki, I forgot that season 3 and 4 came out in 2010s, and like looking back, JoJo's was selling like all over hot. When you walked into Hot Topic in the 2010s,
we was there, Lonnie.
Full Metal, Hunter x Hunter, and JoJo. That's all you saw. That is all you saw.
Yeah, JoJo's was at its biggest in 2010.
But at the same time, because I might have to take Hunter x Hunter off, because like I said, when you put in everything, so you put in quality, sales, impact, cultural impact, JoJo's, which some people don't know, is probably might be one of the most top 4 or 5 most influential in terms of the world, because they have deals with Prada, Balenciaga,
video games.
Like when it comes to clothing, like the creators' designs are in like fashion museums and stuff like that. Like the mangaka is like one of the most influential people in terms of anime culture on the planet. So I would put him over Hunter x Hunter.
How to write a manga? It's written by Araki.
So in terms of like the impact of JoJo's,
it's a hardcover. Araki wrote this book. If you try internet biz content, you get this book. It's great.
No, we buy.
I would actually put him over. I would actually put JoJo's over Hunter x Hunter.
So you would say JoJo's SAO.
Lonnie just moved me.
So you would say JoJo's and what? What would you say, Ty? JoJo's and what? Because I think JoJo should be in 2010. I think JoJo's is in my
Riddell, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Could you just put a poll in the chat and ask them about this SAO shit? Because I'm gonna just be honest. I'm not. If y'all agree, whatever, I'll be the odd man out. We are dropping the ball, putting SAO in the Mount Rushmore of the 2010s. It don't deserve it. It don't deserve it.
J-Rob, I would agree with you if you're just talking quality.
Influence.
Hold on. Okay. Can
I get my point?
Let me figure out which. So Ty, which one are you replacing? So you have JoJo's and what? You got is it Hunter x Hunter or SAO?
Ty, you're too smart to settle for SAO in this genre, bro. Like you
No,
understand this shit too much, bro. Like we're talking about overall impact. I'm not hating on SAO, bro. I'm not hating on them all.
So J-Rob, what's your
rivalry.
last two? What's the final two for you?
I think JoJo's no question because
We're also forgetting about MHA.
because
I said MHA in my beginning. I said
hold on. Time out.
Hunter x Hunter is over MHA, so I'm fine with it.
We
In
put
terms
Attack
of
on Titan
overall
in there.
impact, because
Attack on Titan's on there, Full Metal's on there, Hunter x Hunter, SAO.
yeah, I don't know if MHA is over. I don't know.
MHA is 2018. MHA.
Oh,
is
okay, then that's
2018.
more 2020s. Okay, that's fine.
SA My Hero. Okay, sure. I mean, I'm not pressed, but I feel like the MHA was at its most popular in 2010. Still, I'm not gonna lie,
I
but
do think
Only
that
for 2 years.
JoJo's influence.
I feel like no, because I get SAO being in 2010s because like the isekai movement. Some people say it ruined anime. Some people say it like keep it make it more mainstream because you can just keep on pumping out generic isekai stories left and right. We get like 20 isekais a season, and that's mainly because of SAO. So I get that impact. Like Hunter x Hunter, the quality all time, the story all time. Well, in terms of impact, we don't really have a lot of video games. We don't really have a lot of collaborations. So it's
all right,
like
let me figure out the final two so we
I'm
can
not
post the
hating
whole
at
one.
all.
J-Rob, I have the
We're
answer.
indecisive. Hold up. J-Rob, final two. You said JoJo's and what?
I'm going JoJo's for sure. I'm not hating on SAO. SAO was dead good. I love I rock with SAO, but I'm sorry, like when we have only 4 names we could put. Like SAO wasn't better than Hunter x Hunter and one better than JoJo's to me.
I have the
And
number.
honestly, I'm gonna say
Hold on,
something else. I'm gonna add on top of that. For you people who love Fate Zero, like for some of y'all wouldn't even put. I'm not speaking for me. I haven't watched the Fate series, but the way that we've talked about it in this community specifically, some of y'all wouldn't even put SAO over Fate. How y'all view Fate? I'm gonna just keep it a buck. So
Fair.
Yeah.
And I gotta get ties. Ty. So what's your last two? What's your last two now?
I'm gonna go Hunter. Yeah, I made a great JoJo. I'll go JoJo's. Because JoJo's is crazy. Yeah.
So
JoJo's.
okay, so Ty said Hunters and JoJo's. Random said SAO and Hunter. Lonnie said JoJo's and SAO. And J-Rob said Hunter JoJo's. I also say Hunter JoJo's personally. So the tiebreaker would be what? SAO and JoJo's?
I think it's
Yeah.
SAO and Hunter, isn't it?
Is it?
I just want y'all to know we're gonna end up.
Yeah.
picking
It's
Hunter
SAO
x
and
Hunter.
Hunter. Wait,
It's Sword Art. We're gonna put Sword Art Online over
Yo.
Hunter x Hunter, y'all. That's what he's doing. If we could,
Put it in the chat. Let the chat decide. Let the chat decide.
Listen,
I got
that's how y'all
answered.
feeling.
I got answered to J. Ross in terms of
Answer me
sales
to
in the
Haikyuu.
2010s.
The whole decade.
The whole 2010s, Haikyuu sold 50 million copies, but this is manga. SAO sold 25 million light novel. So obviously in the manga, it's easier to get a manga. It's also less expensive than it is to get a light novel. But I think the biggest thing SAO.
So wait. So Haikyuu outsold.
Wait, but
Yeah, but they're not making manga.
Did you combine the SAO manga sales too?
I'm looking right now. They're not talking about manga at all in terms of.
I was like, because if you find the manga sales, then you
I'll
combine
find
them,
it. I'm gonna find that shit. I'm gonna find that shit.
But J-Rob, in terms of like the biggest thing SAO has in its favor is its obviously its impact not just on anime itself, but manhwa also. Manhwa, I understand regression and all that stuff. Like it's all influenced by what SAO started.
Listen,
in a way,
I'm not arguing none of y'all points. I don't disagree with nothing y'all saying. Again, because I think the issue is sounds like I don't like SAO. I love SAO.
No. I just think
we only have 4 spots, y'all. We have 4 spots.
I think its influence is so strong that I think it's just tough to how are you able to talk about the Mount Rushmore of anime in the 2010s and not mention isekai, the one isekai that started at all. Like I think it just has to be up there.
Listen, I hear you.
All right,
a lot of people start a lot of shit. A lot of people start a lot of shit first, and
we remember the person who did it best, not the person who did it first.
I put a poll up, and the poll up says which
Am I lying,
anime
Random?
should
I ain't
not,
lying.
You're right,
about that.
but like the first dude to
which
shoot a
anime should
basketball
not be-
into a hoop.
I don't even know that nigga's name.
But that nigga's the most influential motherfucker we see.
I don't even know that nigga's
He just
name.
like we don't know him. But James Naismith, there's a reason
it?
why
James Naismith. Is that Michael Jordan? Is that LeBron?
we know
I
he's
don't
not
who
Michael
that is.
Jordan. But
That
like,
Curry? I'm just kidding.
I'm just saying.
All
like,
right,
James
hold
Naismith
on.
deserves to
So,
be that shit.
Nah, y'all point.
I
Nah,
put a
I don't
I put a
disagree with y'all
poll up.
point
I
at
put a
all. I
poll
don't
up,
disagree with y'all point
and
at all.
the poll
Because you're right about that. It did had an influence.
the poll says which anime should not be on the Mount Rushmore. Y'all vote, and then the one that gets the most votes will get kicked off. So I'll let y'all vote for that, and then we'll go to the 2020s in the meantime.
They said
So
Ready Player One.
2020
I was like, oh, don't do that. Don't talk about SAO when you're talking about Ready Player One. The author was glazing in an interview. I just watched it. So I was like,
That
20
movie fire though. I ain't gonna lie, I like that movie. Though. Shit fire.
The first name I have for the 2020s is Demon Slayer for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, JJK.
Fearin.
I don't have
Same.
Freeman there.
I also
Fear-
I didn't even think of Freerin.
Fearin, I think as the 2020s go, Fearin is gonna be the way it started. Obviously, we're projecting
Technically,
this.
because I'm being asked, because I definitely want my thing to get up there. Hey, they're on an indefinite hiatus, so we don't know past season 2 maybe when we're gonna get more Freeman.
They literally broke records, Lonnie.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
anime
you're saying
came out
you just said
6
for the
months
rest of the
ago.
2020s, we don't know when we're gonna get more Freeman.
Vinland Saga though. That's the name that I
Demon
See,
Slayer,
I put
JJK.
JoJo's for
We're not
here.
putting,
Because
I'm letting y'all know right now, we're not putting Freeman on this list. I'm letting y'all know right now, it ain't happening.
see. I don't
you
want to
haven't even
argue
watched
Freerin.
Freeman.
It doesn't
I think
matter.
Freeman
It's not
is
bigger
great.
than It's not bigger than Vinland Saga. Is
My hero going up there?
yes.
Yeah, maybe. The
It's
one
not better
anime
than Vinland Saga or MHA, bro. So let's stop playing, bro.
I definitely would
Blue
put
Lock
Vinland-
Blue Lock sold more than Freeman. Shit, let's get
Fearin
to
then
it.
sold more the next year. It had the greatest anime debut of all time.
Oh my God. Blue Lock is better. You know,
I wouldn't put Blue Lock or
Freeman won
but
their
I would-
national manga award, by the way.
Over Blue
I
Lock.
would
Over
put
and
Vinland
Chainsaw Man. What beat
Saga.
out Chainsaw
Blue
Man
Lock
and
is a
Blue
sports
Lock.
anime. It's a sports anime.
I would put Vinland Saga. I would hear me out. I would consider putting Tower of God. I feel like Tower of God. Well,
Let's
one
put
Tower
We're
of
putting
God.
everything into account.
Yo, you know
Miguel.
what? Let's put solo leveling in this shit. Then let's just do that.
No, Tower of God, but Solo Level won't be as big as Tower of God.
What?
Tower. Yes.
Talk to your fucking host, y'all. Can I talk to this man?
Wait, Brett, are you
bro?
talking about
Come
the
on.
anime?
Hold on. Hey,
Y'all
can we
talk to
bring
him,
us down?
The Tower
Y'all
God.
talk to
Why?
y'all mans right now.
Wait, the Tower God
What
anime?
do you mean?
Yes, Ty.
No. I'm not saying what we've seen from Tower of God already. I'm saying moving forward for the rest of 2020s. Because Tower of God, that's what I'm talking about. So when
Tower of God won't be bigger than solo
season
leveling, bro. It
2,
won't be.
Tower of God is already bigger than them as a webtoon.
Wait, are we talking about? Are we predicting their?
We're
Solo
predicting
Leveling
that.
has a
You're
webtoon.
predicting.
Oh, hold
You're
on,
That's
hold on.
done,
That's
and it
what-
still sells.
Hold on.
Solo Leveling still sells, and it's finished. It still sells at the top, and it's finished.
Tower of
Tower
God
of
is the
God?
biggest
No,
model. What are you
Solo
talking about?
Leveling.
How do you bring everybody down?
Tower of God is the biggest model.
What I'm
Wait,
saying,
yeah.
what I'm saying is, I'm not saying Tower of God is good, but to sit here and act like solo leveling isn't on pace to be bigger and have bigger impact, Tower of God, we're lying to ourselves, bro.
No,
It'll be
I
by
don't
far
think so
better.
at all.
So you
Why
think
not? Why?
I think-
I
First
think
of all,
this.
solo leveling had a bigger debut when this anime came out. Not even close.
Yeah, it did.
It
Tower
was
God
more
anime.
popular. The anime was way more popular.
Of course. I mean, that was Tower of God's prologue.
The viewership.
That was the
Hold on.
prologue.
Okay, but the same thing when solo leveling came as an anime, the viewership for the manhwa over the hit everybody over the head. So when we look at that, bro, I think you're not being James. I think you may like you. I'm thinking about you personally. I think you like Tower of God's story better. I ain't arguing that. But dog, I ain't going front. I would take solo leveling over that in the 2020s. And shout out to the chat. Cyberpunk Edge Runners should be in that 2010s. I ain't going 2020s. I ain't going front. That Cyberpunk shit should be in there. I'm with that.
I'm definitely projecting. I'm definitely predicting. So this is when I'm talking about the 2020s. If we're talking about what we've seen so far, I would put My Hero Academia for sure. But in terms of predictions, I would put Tower of God. I think Tower of God, once the real story starts coming out, it will be big, and it will literally pave the way to the point where, like, yo, Webtoons is on par with manga, like straight up. Tower of God is really going to open up avenues by a large amount. I'm guaranteeing this as well. So
But
my
Soul 11
projection
has
is on
already
Tower of
opened
God.
that up though. But Soul 11 is doing that though.
I think Soul Leveling is good, but I don't think
you
it's
know
going
we
to go
gotta
as
also
far as Tower
remember,
of God.
like I'm gonna say this though. I think the one thing that we shouldn't do, because it'd be a little bit irresponsible, we shouldn't use Tower of God as like the impact for manga, because I mean, outside of those two that we've been talking about, I'm not saying it's great or not, but God of High School also had impact when that shit came out. So I mean,
Oh no, we don't have to put Tower of God. I'm fine with that. I was just projecting for Tower of God moving forward, but we don't have to put it. I think Tower of God will be the biggest for sure. And I'll stand on that one for sure.
MHA, I'm fine putting MHA in here. I'm fine with
My
that.
Hero and Vinland Saga is my last two.
I'm actually fine with that.
Yeah,
Actually, no, I'm lying. Give me My Hero, and honestly, give me Blue Lock. Give me Blue Lock. I'll go Blue Lock for the 2020.
Okay. What everybody else? What are we saying?
I originally had JoJo's in the 2020s because one of the best manga arcs I've ever read, and like what most JoJo fans consider the clear-cut best arc, is coming next, part 7, Steel Ball's Run. And I feel like when that gets animated, because people were begging for Steel Ball Run before season 5 came out. People are just saying, hey, give us Steel Ball Run before you give us anything else. Let's just jump over to that, because that's what people wanted. So this is gonna, I feel like there's gonna be multiple moments where it breaks the internet and it's gonna set records and all that, and Netflix has the rights to JoJo, so W Netflix again for winning. And hey, that's just my prediction, but I'm fine with Blue Lock, since I think JoJo's is gonna end up being in the 2010s.
You have Blue Lock over Vinland Saga too?
Not that it's better, but when you're thinking about overall impact and like social media and stuff like that, the people that just won the latest soccer championship, I forget what championship was, the people that are signing Mbappe,
Real Madrid.
They use the Blue Lock filter on their Instagram and one of their celebration posts.
I saw
so
that.
It's like the biggest one of the biggest sports teams in the world are using like they did the Isagi eyes for one of their players, and then they did like a borrow line thing behind them. I think I posted in the Discord.
And you know what else you forgot to mention? The next World Cup unis for Japan inspired by Blue Lock. Just saying.
Yeah, so when you got like the biggest teams in the world repping Blue Lock and like showing grace, I feel like it kind of gets a little bit of an edge. Vinland Saga is one of the best stories ever written to me, but in terms of overall impact,
Vinland is a very unique one. Like one of those greatest stories that written manga.
Or like how with Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon, I'm putting like everything into aspect in terms of revenue, impact, culture, everything. I think Blue Lock gets that.
Blue Lock
Blue Lock, I think is the
Blue Lock also has like 2 movies coming out, so it's like
if you look at it, Blue Lock more global too. Because you know what else? We got people in all these other states and countries like making Blue Lock soccer-based videos, like the movies already. The fact that they have a first season that gave us a side story on another character after the first season of the anime coming out.
Yeah, we got a movie coming out. Like it's also like in terms of that, like in terms of overall impacts, like Vinland Saga might be a better story, but doesn't have more impact.
Yeah, I agree.
Are we sleeping on something else? Because I'm looking at just the regular manga sales of the 2020s. Like I'm seeing Kingdom is up there.
We're talking about Chainsaw Man.
No, my bad. I'm talking anime in terms of things like Kingdom is up there. Spy. No. Look, guys. I'm just saying. Looking at the impact. What it is.
Spy Family has a case. Spy Family has a case.
Spy Family is.
I'm not mad at
Spy Family has a second best anime debut behind Fearin'. And one other third. Spy Family has a case as well. I know you.
Spy Family might have to go there above Blue Lock for now, but
Spy Family is
just in case of like what we know right now. So
Spy Family also got a movie that's doing well. Like I'm just saying,
Okay,
Spy Family
No,
has
Lonnie,
Their
don't
New York
fall for the
bestseller
bait.
ones.
I
ain't
feel
got
like
nothing to do
if,
with-
it ain't bigger than
we're
Blue Lock.
really hyping up Impact, then Spy Family is as much a shot as Blue Lock. I'm gonna be honest. So, Ren, what's your final two picks? What's your final two picks? My Hero, or what's your final two in general?
So can I? Are we not projecting at all?
No,
You can project
Nah,
if you.
hell no.
no, we're not
Oh,
projecting.
Oh, that's what we know right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what we got right now.
Then I'll pick Vinland Saga. If we're not projecting, if you are projecting,
Okay.
I would pick Fearman.
All right, I got Vinland. Ty, what's your last one?
I'll go Vinland.
So Vinland, 3-3-3-2 vote. But Blue Lock definitely gets like credit. It's just there's only four series that could be on here, man.
Yeah, facts. All time.
All right, now
where
it's
we're
for the
getting
big
at.
one.
I
The
mean,
all-time anime.
I think the first three are pretty obvious. Naruto, DBZ, One Piece. Is that
Who gets that last spot?
yeah, it's not really about the last spot.
Because I have a case.
No, is it Bleach? Wait, is it?
Nah.
No, is it?
I low key was gonna say JoJo's.
To
I'm
know
gonna
it's
say Attack
no
on
hell
Titan.
no, no, it's Attack on Titan. Yeah,
bro.
I was Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan,
Oh,
yeah.
true. That's my fault. My fault, y'all.
Yeah, I'm about to say, Lonnie, it's Attack on Titan, bro. Attack on
My
Titan.
fault. My fault.
Okay, now we have to have really okay.
Gotta
Oh
be
man, I hate to
AOT.
do this because Naruto is actually one of my favorite series of all time.
No, it's not.
Naruto. I'm just throwing up some ones that are competitive for Naruto. So we got Naruto versus Pokemon versus Demon Slayer versus FMA Brotherhood. Like, is there an argument that Naruto is not in the Mount Rushmore?
It's not an argument. I don't
fact
think
that Demon-
I think there's no argument to take out Naruto.
I don't
Yeah,
want
I will never. There's not a
It's
thing you
not
could
an
tell me
argument.
that would make me take Naruto off the list.
I think
There's not a
Naruto,
thing.
Dragon Ball Z, and One Piece are the most solidified pieces of manga, and they're never moving. Never moving.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay because Naruto is one of my favorite series of all time. I'm okay with that.
There you go.
So
I was Attack on Titan. Gotta get that last spot. Attack on Titan anime was insane.
Yeah,
Like,
for me,
yeah.
Attack on Titan got
Quality impact. That's probably one of the best combinations of quality impact on there.
People are saying that Pokemon is a case, but who
I'm
do you
not
take
mad at
off?
that.
Who do
I
you
ain't
take
mad at
off?
Yo, Chad, I know I ain't never disrespecting the Pokemon. I got to, I'm Mr. Guy to catch them all himself. You dig? So
If that's the case, it's like, who do you take off?
but
Because you can't take out Dragon Ball.
it would have to be Naruto if you take.
I ain't taking off Naruto.
No,
I'll take off
no, it
Attack on
wouldn't
Titan
be.
before I take
It'll
off
be
Naruto.
Attack on
I'm
Titan,
dead serious.
yeah.
I'm
It'll be
dead
Attack
serious.
on Titan. It'll be Attack on Titan.
Nah,
If you had to take off something
bro.
else.
Yeah, I'm
Pokemon
about to say, I'll
not
take
over-
off. I'll take off AOT before I take off Naruto.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie though. I'm not taking off AOT because AOT literally caused a rumbling in real life. So
Facts.
niggas watched that episode on a pirated site and got cut off 12 minutes in with a real earthquake warning. Niggas was confused.
Okay, I mean we standing on business. So when we looking at this, which is the best decade?
Damn.
2010s.
Yeah, people are saying Pokemon gotta be up there, but
Either
who
20,
gets taken off?
If we're
I think
keeping
I
it a stack, it might be the 2010s.
got 2010s.
Over the 2000s?
Mm-hmm.
Two of my top three are in the 2010s, so I'm going 2010s.
I mean, I agree, but
Basically, the best
but
according to my
Naruto,
anime
One
list.
Piece, and Bleach, man. Oh, that's so tough.
That's tough, but look, 2010s basically the best anime of all time in Brotherhood. Attack on Titan literally had us in a chokehold. As much as we don't like Sword Art Online, I like what Sword Art Online birthed. Like
Then a Hunter.
and Hunter, like 2010s.
Is that better than Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm
like-
saying, bro.
God, bro, how long before?
For me personally,
I heard the start of the Bleach anime. It was
Attack
bad.
on Titan, Naruto. I'm taking Full Metal over One Piece. I'm taking Hunter over Bleach. Like it's a sweep.
You're taking Hunter x Hunter over Bleach?
Yeah, is that crazy?
I ain't doing that shit. It's not crazy. It's not crazy. to me.
Hold up.
It's not
Lonnie,
crazy, but I ain't doing that shit.
Lonnie, aren't you still waiting for the Hell arc?
So the
I-
Healthier Blood War is going on right now.
right now, not in the 2000s.
Was that announcement real? I don't know how real that was.
No, Kubo said because I think it was like during a Q&A or like I think it might have been also like an event. He said he's mentioned it a few times and he showed like some more panels, but like someone asked him straight up like, "Oh, when are we getting the Hell Arc?" He's like, "When people stop asking me about it."
That means he's never doing it, bro.
It's happening.
He might have worded it differently because I think he said he's working on it, but he's not dropping it until people stop asking. He's like, "When you leave me alone, that's when you'll get the Hell Arc."
I ain't gonna lie. That means he's never dropped, bro. I'm not.
Hey man,
Bleach, man. You know, Bleach kills his favorite, man. Shout out to Bleach,
if you look at everything that Kubo does, Kubo's never not working though. He's always working on stuff.
No, it's not that. People are gonna always ask for it. So what is he talking about?
Yeah, no,
hey,
we're never gonna stop asking.
Just for clip purposes, each one of us are gonna do a Mount Rushmore, talk about what the Mount Rushmore is, a little summary, whatever, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do right now for a clip. So, y'all remember? Do I have to put it back up?
No,
and also
just read it off.
No. So we each one of us are gonna do one. So, I call 2010s by the way because it's Attack on Titan.
Nigga, what? Please.
Hey, yo, we can rock paper scissors right now.
I'll do 2020s.
I'll do the all-time list. I'll do the all-time.
Did we get the poll on? Did we get the poll on the 2010s?
I will fight over it.
Riddell, did we get the poll on the 2010s?
I'm all taking one. I don't.
Yeah, facts. Riddell, you put out a poll and forgot about it. So let's get that poll so that list is
I'm
actually
looking
right.
at it. They said
wait,
was out.
why are we all?
Yeah, get them niggas out, Riddell. See these niggas.
Oh, my bad. Oh yeah.
SAO out. Get them out. Now I'm gonna start hating, Miles.
I have a
that
question.
weak shit out now.
I have a serious question.
Thanks for reminding me. My bad.
Yeah, Bobby, we do not care.
SAO up. Pack them.
Wait, Riddell, why are we picking a date where we all put these lists together? I don't understand. Like, why?
No. So, hold on. This is what I'm saying, Ty. Each one of us is going to pick a decade, and we're going to talk about the Mount Rushmore that we all created, and we're going to do our summary for a clip. You know what I'm saying? So you will have 2000. You'll read off the 2000.
He don't understand.
You don't get what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. This is why you picked them. Blah blah blah. I'm saying.
Yeah. Exactly. There we go. So, yeah, that's what we're doing right now. So, yeah, we'll do that right now, and. Y'all gotta pick one. If y'all don't mind,
I'll do the all-time list. I'll do the all-time list.
I'll do the 2020s.
The all-time one. We ain't doing the all-time one for right now because we have 5 people, so we have to do 20s, 10s, 2000s, 90s, 80s. So
Riddell got the 90s.
What do I got for the 80s, Riddell? Who gonna do the 80s? Who remember that shit?
I'll do the 80s. I'll do the 80s. It's fine. I'll do one.
Oh yeah, random. You are the oldest. That makes sense.
Man, fuck you, man.
So here's the list right here for y'all to see. And then I mean, J-Rob, if you want to do the all-time, we can do the all-time after, but
okay, no worries. I'll do whatever one's left over. Just give me whatever.
I'll do 2010s. Random does 80s.
Just give me whatever one. I can do it anyone.
Okay.
Lonnie, you want to do one specifically?
Ty will do 90s.
I thought I'd do 2020s.
Okay.
Lonnie will do 2020s, and then
I'll do 2000s.
J-Rob do 2000s. All right, you all got it all memorized? Or do you want me to leave it up?
I got it on my laptop over here.
I got it in my head, bro.
All right, big bet. All right, random. Start it off.
Obviously, when it comes to the 80s, it's about setting the foundation for what's coming.
Well,
right?
talk about start off like what we're doing. This is the Mount Rushmore for the
All right, so this is the Mount Rushmore for the 80s. We have Dragon Ball, Akira, Mobile Suit Gundam, and Fist of the North Star. When you're talking about the 80s, you're talking about setting the foundation for what is coming. Obviously, Dragon Ball. I mean, we've all seen the pictures of Goku standing there as like an older person holding Kid, Luffy, Ichigo, and Naruto. Like they just kind of set the standard. Akira still hits today. If you go watch it, you can still watch it in some theaters, things like that. The thing that a lot of people say that. Especially when you're talking like the older generation. I know J-Rob says I'm like 45. Nah, bro. I wasn't born in the 80s, okay? But it's just one of those things. Akira is going to be great. It's never going to show its age until the end of time because it's just that good. And obviously, Fist of the North Star and Gundam, they were great in their own right. Do the other three kind of show their age? But I think it's one of those where if you want to learn about anime's roots, you look at these 4, and they should really explain to you what they are.
All right, Ty, you're up.
All right, this is the Mount Rushmore of anime for the 90s. We got Dragon Ball, Pokemon, Sailor Moon, and Yu Yu Hakusho. The reason why these are important is because most people who started watching anime in the West started one of these 4. You have Dragon Ball Z, obviously the king of shonen. Like, basically what shonen anime is today. Put this foundation off of Dragon Ball. And the same thing for what Dragon Ball did for shonen, Sailor Moon did for, oh my God, man. What's her name?
Is it CNN?
Shoujo. I'll probably do it.
Shoujo, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. The same thing that Dragon Ball did for Shonen, Sailor Moon did for Shoujo. Then Pokemon, everyone had Pokemon cards. Everyone talks about Yu-Gi-Oh! I have Pokemon cards. I don't know about y'all. I have Pokemon cards. Yu Yu Hakusho it's like a classic, bro. Like everyone watched Yu Yu Hakusho growing up. So
I never understood how the game played, so that's why I went over to Yu-Gi-Oh!
It
I
just
never understood how Pokemon
here's the
played.
thing, right?
Yeah,
I didn't
the card game for Pokemon a little bit harder, bro. Like the game part of it is harder.
Here's the thing, though. I didn't either. All I remember is having Pokemon cards. My mom was saying that's witchcraft and maybe throw them away. That's all I can remember.
Witchcraft is crazy.
Y'all try to tell me that none of y'all parents made y'all throw away y'all Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Pokemon cards, or thought it was witchcraft.
No,
Witchcraft.
No,
Nah,
my mom
can't.
believed that. Remember that report that SpongeBob was making kids gay? That's what my mom believed. So yeah, SpongeBob was done.
My mom saw wizards and magicians. She was like, "What is this?"
The little symbols on cars, like nah.
She saw the wizards, magicians on them Yu-Gi-Oh Pokemon cards, bro. Nah, she wasn't going.
All right, J-Rob, 2000.
All right, for the Mount Rushmore for the 2000s, which was the golden age of anime. This is the Toonami era, which I like to call it. Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, and the greatest TCG card game to ever bless the world, Yu-Gi-Oh! Ultimately, my final thoughts on this, I think this was a pretty easy list. I think those are the most influential at the time. Most underrated, Bleach by far. And I do think it was more important to put Yu-Gi-Oh! On that list because the impact Yu-Gi-Oh! Had on not only like the TCG community, but even on the anime community because it's had so many successful iterations of its anime as well, along with the tournament impact and the global impact. Shit, me and Lonnie both play Master Duel to this day. Looking at that, I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh! Definitely got to be in that pantheon when it comes to 2000s anime, no doubt about it.
And I'll whoop all y'all.
Facts. Lonnie's deck is cheating, though. He paid to play, just so y'all know. He paid to win.
Hell yeah, I do.
That's crazy.
Hey man, that's tough. So this is our anime Mount. This is our anime Mount Rushmore for the 2010s. And this anime Mount Rushmore, we got the Attack on Titan, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. We got Hunter x Hunter, of course, 2012. And we got JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Of course, 3 of these anime are widely considered some of, if not the best anime in anime, period. Of course, Attack on Titan on what it did and how revolutionary it was when it's storytelling, to the fact that people hate it so much they are sending death threats to the manga artist Isayama. It's kind of crazy. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, a pretty much perfect story from front to back, from beginning to end. And Hunter x Hunter, I mean, that animation, that music, and all the crazy action scenes is undeniable. And of course, JoJo's not the same type of quality, still very good, but the meme potential is crazy. We see so many people cosplay as Dio. We see so many people use JoJo Bizarre Adventure memes. It's, of course, iconic in the anime landscape. So this is our Mount Rushmore. And then Lonnie, wrap it up.
For the 2020s, right now it's the current 2020s Mount Rushmore. We have Demon Slayer, JJK, My Hero Academia, and Vinland Saga. With Demon Slayer, it revolutionized the anime world, turned the whole world upside down with its crazy animation and the impact that it brought in. JJK, the fights, the impact, the lovable characters, Gojo, Yuji Sakuna, everybody that loved, all the fangirls loving all over him, that brought that in. My Hero Academia was the new kids version of Naruto, basically, with the characters, the dynamics, the situations that they were put in, the fandom. Y'all are nasty, insane, but hey, there's a lot of them. And then Vinland Saga, one of the best written stories ever. The fact that you can have so much violence in the beginning and then like so much peace afterwards and still make the same amount of impact and beautiful writing is unprecedented. And yeah, that's our current 2020 Mount Rushmore of anime.
All right, and J Rob, you
I
can do
love
the
it.
all time.
On the all-time list, it is Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, One Piece, and Attack on Titan. I think those 4 anime are certified in their spots. I actually do not see any anime in this time being able to move those 4 from their spots. Obviously, Dragon Ball Z being at the top of the list because we all understand the impact that Dragon Ball Z has had on the world globally. Then you look at Naruto. I think Naruto inspired the next generation of anime fans. I actually think Naruto brought a lot of fans to the likes of One Piece, some to end up discovering Dragon Ball Z. I think Naruto had kind of the same level of impact in terms of people discovering anime as Dragon Ball Z did, just in 2 different generations. Um, Obviously, One Piece has an argument to be on the all-time list for every single decade that we listed up here. So I think no question, even in 2020, still making headways. And then Attack on Titan, I mean, I think Attack on Titan is the greatest anime, in my opinion, that I've watched, just from a storyline, from the character, everything. When I look at everything that Attack on Titan is, I feel like it's impact. I mean, I'll be honest. I think Attack on Titan also inspired its own group of anime watchers, viewers. I think there's some people out there who've only seen Attack on Titan because of how good just the storyline of it is. And so I think with if you've seen the hype, the movies, everything that has happened with Attack on Titan, I think it's a no-brainer to be on that all-time list. So, you know, that's the 4.
All right. We kind of did everything. My last question for y'all, and then we can kind of get in our final closing segments, talking points, whatever, is what series that hasn't gotten an anime yet do y'all think can end up on a future anime Mount Rushmore?
Let me go first.
Lonnie, what's up? You're in first.
Because I've talked about this multiple times. Riddell, Random, you've agreed with me. The manga or manhwa that hasn't been animated yet that will end up being an all-time great is the beginning after the end. To me, it is the perfect isekai. If you look up best isekais, it's always near the top. It's always rated like in the top 3 with like Jobless and Overlord and Reincarnated as a Slime. It's always in the mix. To me, it has the best MC out of all of them. Just from his character standpoint, decision making, his growth, acknowledgement. Random, I don't know why you're shaking your head.
You ain't feeling it.
Yeah, well, say because you haven't even seen the best of him yet, but you already rated him at 8 out of 10, but you haven't even seen the tip of the iceberg with him. So whatever.
I can't say I haven't seen the best of him, so I'm just supposed to automatically say
no, I'm saying you already have him at 8 out of 10, but you're just saying that. Oh, that's crazy. Whatever. No, like when it comes to the power system, I think it has a.
What did he say? Fuck me for? What did he say? Fuck me for?
No, when it comes to a power system, it has to me maybe a top 5, top 6 power system in manhwa and anime in terms of like the ease of it, but also just the flexibility and the diversity of it. The storyline is also amazing. The twists and turns, the canon of like the big events. It does one of the greatest things in isekai I've ever seen, where the guy that got isekai tells his parents, "Hey, I'm from another planet," and you really get to see how that unfolds. Because think about you raising a kid for like 15, 16 years, and they say, "Hey, I'm like a king from like another world. I'm like 30 years old, yada yada yada." Think about the emotions that go through those parents. You get to see that all. But the story's amazing. The fights are epic. The emotions are high. It's one of the best stories I've ever read.
Okay.
For me, I'm gonna double, triple, quadruple down. I'm gonna always advocate for this on this platform. Ordeal. I'm gonna always say it. Brent Gray. I know you're going to at some point in your career gonna have to look for a voice actor for Anton King.
I want to put my name into the hat. As you can see, I have a very strong voice. I have the personality for it, and I could kind of play like the brooding, cool, calm, and collected guy if I had to. Ordeal has the power system, the cultural impact, and I feel like it deserves to show that Black creators are really cooking up with hot grease. And so Ordeal, I'm gonna just always root for Ordeal because that's what I'm rooting for every day when it comes to this. Something that needs to be created that people haven't seen yet on a larger scale.
Hey, if you need a wise intellectual voice, you can hit me up as well. You know what I'm saying? Put my, in the,
Yeah, we all trying to voice act for that, John.
Hey, for sure. Random, do you got one?
No, can you skip me for a second? Sorry, I just gotta take care of something real quick.
No, you good. Ty, did you hear the question?
Yeah, I did. I'd probably say Sakamoto Days. Sakamoto Days is about to get animated real soon, and if they do this thing right, man, if they do Sakamoto Days right, Sakamoto Days done right will blow up.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm so mad that I lacked for so long. Y'all was telling me to watch that shit for so long. I went 3 days straight, all 120 chapters, bro. Just binged it up.
That's that grind right there.
Real grind, real quick.
And real quick, because Bobby asked what it was. It's called Beginning After the End. Like, I think there's 3-4 volumes, like in all the bookstores. Like, you'll find it with like all the manhwa and manga. And to Kellen Rollins with Vagabond getting animated, I think the mangaka said he does not want it animated. Don't quote me on that, but also I feel that Vagabond should be one things to never get animated.
Especially since the story will never finish, so you might as well.
Not just that. I just feel like there are some things that like you can't translate perfectly or can't replicate with animation, and Vagabond is like one of the definitions of that. Like the artwork is insane, and like not that it can't be animated, it's just the quality wouldn't be the same. And I think the mangaka that's a big reason because Vagabond's been going on since like the 80s or 90s. But it's never gotten an anime for a reason. But his other work, like Slam Dunk, has. So,
okay, fair enough.
I dig it.
What will I kind of throw in the bin? I'm just gonna go for I'll just help out our boy Miles. I was thinking of one series, but I'm gonna let it simmer a little bit. I need a little bit more content, but I still believe in that. But of course, I talk about Goku Rakuga consistently. But another one that Miles said, which I do like, is Chojin X. Chojin X for sure is amazing. It's made by the same person that makes Tokyo Ghoul. We've talked about it consistently on this channel. They have a very unique power system, lore with the story, the characters, dynamics between Tokyo, Ellie, and is it Azuma? Is that his name? I think it's Azuma. So the main rival. It's really good. And the story is very unpredictable in how they like to do things. Similar to how Tokyo Ghoul was absolutely amazing. Tokyo Ghoul for sure had an argument to be on a Mount Rushmore. Chojin X will do the same thing, especially compared to Tokyo Ghoul. They don't flop the second and third season. So if they give Chojin X the justice that they didn't give Tokyo Ghoul, it can end up on a future Mount Rushmore for sure.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Can I just say one thing too? I know we're about to go soon. To the chat, because there's about 30 people in here, and I think this is important. The link to our Discord, I'm about to throw that in here. We be in here watching so many different anime. Listen, last night, y'all, we had our East Coast, Central Coast, and West Coast folks. We watched random 10 episodes of Guilty Crown back to back.
I had to finish.
Oh, you finished it?
I fucking finished it. I couldn't leave like that.
I tried. Y'all got me in trouble, y'all. Got me in trouble. I went to bed.
I tried to pass out.
I
tried to pass out, and I say, "Fuck that!" I needed.
Y'all went to bed late. I just got punched in the back. Why the fuck you in bed so late? I was like,
damn.
No. Don't let Lonnie lie. He said he was gonna leave to go to bed.
3 times, actually. 3 times.
Yeah, but it was so fire. The shit was.
No, you gotta make decisions, my boy. Yes. You gotta make decisions.
So he said. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say Guilty Crown's a classic. I remember that. I wish I like it.
Yeah. I gotta finish it now.
So look, we on episode 15. If y'all want more Black Sensei, I'm gonna put it on again. If y'all want more Black Sensei Society, listen, we be in that Discord all the time. I know some of y'all, some night owls, y'all don't be sleeping. Some of y'all like our dog Miles. Miles sleep in the middle of the day, so he be up on the East Coast whatever at night. So if y'all want to come kick it after the show about 9:30, 9:15 Pacific, that's about 12:01. I'm sorry, but if y'all want to come hang out with the guys after the show, please come through. We would love to chop it up with y'all and enjoy the anime we watch. We having real life watch parties, and so we really want to put a lot of emphasis on building a community with y'all because we do like to chop it up with y'all. So it gives y'all direct access to us right there in our Discord.
So I guess I have two, but my problem is for my recommendation of what I think could make it. Lonnie, after you told me about Goodnight Poon Poon, I kept reading it.
What that shit called?
It's so good.
J-Rob, you should read it. It's one of the craziest things.
So
Good night, Poon Poon.
Don't look at me, man. I don't know why they named it like that, but it's so good. I think that the really interesting art direction that it has, the story, it's really good. The problem is, I don't think it'll be adapted well enough. So I'm just gonna cheat and pick.
Why not?
Its subject material may be a little too crazy in terms of what happens. Like that. I called Lonnie after that first chapter. I called Lonnie. We had a 20-minute conversation about the first fucking chapter. Like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, J-Rob, I say read the first chapter, but like for years, because I'm always like, because I'm more like aligned with more seinen manga, like the more messed up stories. For years, I don't know why. I think it's because of the name, because it's kind of funny looking. When I look, because I would look up like best seinen manga of all time and stuff like that. Goodnight Poon Poon was always like usually in the top, always in the top 15.
Yeah, I already know. Put that link. All you gotta do is send me that link. I'll read them chapters.
And every time I go to the bookstore, it's almost always sold out. It's almost always.
Okay.
So, Riddell, I want to apologize, but I'm going to cheat and go on the Manhwa Mount Rushmore. In terms of Manhwa Mount Rushmore, I think, especially now that it's getting ready to finish, and Lonnie, I'd like to get your thing on it. I think Legend of the Northern Blade could be on that Mount Rushmore. It's not just the fact that it's obviously a manhwa; it's the fact that it does deal with Chinese history as well. So you're getting both the Korean and Chinese aspect being added in as well. So I think hold on.
Yo, Lonnie, look what he put.
We ain't acknowledging it.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Nico, you in the right, but shut up.
Shut up, Nico. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, but shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Wait, could this be the infamous manga? Could this be the infamous manga? That's what it's looking like. It's the infamous manga. Let me look this shit up now.
But
you're gonna read like the first chapter, Riddell, and you're never gonna pick it up again.
I want you to know it's the most insane revenge story I've ever
It's the greatest. It's the greatest revenge story of all time, but it's also the most messed up. That's the one I put sauce on a few months ago.
Yeah, this is the one where when y'all asked me, this is the one last episode where Lonnie was like, "You gatekeeping this one?" I say, "Yeah, I'll DM it to you." This was what I was talking about. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. So I didn't want to put that. I don't put my name on that.
Char, you are banned from reading that. You are banned from reading that, Char. You got.
I'll read the first chapter.
Don't read that, Char. Please.
I'll read the first chapter and then I'll message J-Rob and Lonnie in the group chat saying
we're not sick, bro. We're not sick people, bro.
When I say like from a writing standpoint, from art standpoint, it is one of the greatest revenge stories I've ever read.
Bro.
And once I picked it up, I literally couldn't pick it. Like I think I was like on a 4-hour car ride with my girl. I read it the whole 4 hours, and then I said, "Oh, I need to go to the bathroom." I didn't have to go to the bathroom. I had to finish reading that for like another 2-3 hours.
Yo, Riddell, it's actually like because nothing like a lot of the shit that happened. It's not justified. Like the actions of the people.
Nothing is justified.
Nothing is justified, but it's like it's so insane that these people are this
messed up
that it's like you
gotta kill evil with evil. You gotta kill evil with evil.
You want this protagonist to kill all these. You want to watch him kill all of them.
Wait, could this be? I feel like let me know. Bro. So I remember scrolling through TikTok. You know how sometimes on TikTok they have like manga panels.
Yeah.
Facts.
So I feel like
I've read every episode of the recent Blue
Have you seen one of like a guy smashing someone with a rock?
I read Blue Lock episodes on TikTok because they
So I remember one where this one guy kept on getting bullied by these same people, like consistently.
Shit.
I don't want to put this story out in the world like that, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna
not in this day and age. Not in this day and age.
Show that, like, this is not a manga. I'm gonna be completely transparent. This is just one of those things you got to read it. Like I don't want to be out here saying how
This
good
is not a story for everybody.
because I don't want people judging me because it's the
I
only
don't
thing
care.
it's the only thing I've ever read where I'm like, damn, this shit dark.
Yeah, I have a God complex. I already think I'm better than you, so you can judge me all you want.
God complex.
Yeah, I'll peep it. But Random, did you give your
because the thing starts. I haven't read it, so I didn't have really anything to say. So I was just letting y'all.
You said Legend of the Northern Blade for your.
Nah, I just couldn't believe they put it in the chat. Random, my bad. I just couldn't believe.
No, you good. You good. I was like, what am I gonna say? I don't know anything.
I thought we was hiding that John Lonnie. I thought that was.
I was gonna gatekeep that.
Yeah, I thought that secret was safe with me.
There's gonna be one kid that got there's always that one. There's always that one. There's gonna be that one kid that gets bullied a little bit too hard, or that one kid that just a little bit off his rocker. He's gonna read that, get some ideas, and then we're gonna get a documentary on that nigga. That's all I got.
That's that one. You know how like Rudy's got a weird case? There's hella weird cases in this joint. Hella weird cases, bro.
All right. Well,
everything bad that can happen to somebody, it happens in it.
It happens.
Everything.
Well, I'll peep the first. I'll see what I think, and if I don't
read the first 10 chapters, bro. Read the first 10 chapters.
All right, I'll see what's the vibe. All right. Anything else?
Yeah, I have one.
Come pull up on us in the Discord. We are in the Discord in the next 30. Come through.
I can't gaze Northern Blade real quick.
I thought you said everything.
Okay.
So, like I said, I was
out a little bit.
Yeah, I was cheating. But on the Mount Rushmore, I think Legend of Northern Blade is gonna make it. J-Rob, Lana, you've read it. Some of the best, well-drawn action you'll see anywhere. It's a story crazy. No, it's mainly a simple revenge story that balloons into something way more, especially now that I think the author's really starting to get sick, which is because he's done a few breaks. So I'm hey man, just take all the time that you need. But you can definitely tell he's really starting to wind down the story. And I think once it gets animated, the drip that the MC has, bro, the way he moves, the way and he's just the right amount of overpowered, J-Rob. And they do it very well.
I agree with that.
Yeah, and I just think when it's done, it's gonna get a lot of love, especially in China, because they're really getting a really big one in China that they can really move on. I understand that we don't really give China a lot of love in these conversations, even though they do have a few good ones, like the Daily Life of the Immortal King. That's just a good time. The problem is we got to see them step their game up, and this could be what helps them get into the space properly. And I just think Legend of Northern Blade could be one of those. Yes, yes, it was.
Creative Bobby says, was Cowboy Bebop discussed at all at the Mount Rushmore?
I was trying to put in the 90s one. I was overruled.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we got overruled. He tried to put it in there, which was it did have a great case.
The problem with Mount Rushmore is that's 4.
The problem is, facts. You only get 4.
It was a little debate between Yu Yu Hakusho and Cowboy Bebop, but Yu Yu won.
I ain't never mad at Cowboy Bebop being even in consideration because it definitely deserved it.
But for my topic,